Good morning. Happy Monday morning. Today's the 24th. Packing some stuff up. I'm going to show you what sold this weekend. Alright, so we had 13 sales this weekend. Pretty average for me. Had a few good ones, had a few small ones. Total revenue was $961. 13 sales comes down to $73 average order value, which is pretty cool. I like that number. That's excluding shipping. I charge shipping on everything. Total shipping charges was $132 for everything, and that all got paid forward to the buyer. So first up, I sold Harley Davidson tee. So made in USA, pretty cool graphic, Cape Cod. I bought a lot of these Harley Davidson shirts a while ago now, but I paid $1 a piece, and I got a bunch of other good stuff in that lot too that sold pretty fast. So even though with $1 thing, this is all profit minus costs. $24.99 on that guy, and they paid $4 in shipping. Second sale I already packed it up, but it was more of those Easton Press books, so I sold 3 more of those. That's how I lotted them together. Had them listed for $55, but I took an offer for $45, and that person paid $4.99 shipping, which I know I kind of screwed myself on that. I've been paying like $5.60 to ship these, so I lose like 60 cents on each one, but whatever. Here's a goofy one. This is kind of from like last summer when I first started just going out to garage sales and just buying crap, but I mean, it turned out to be a decent sale. Let's see, here we got 1, 2, 3, 4 women's Ed Hardy shirts. Some of them are like embroidered like that with little like embellishments, tons of sequins or whatever you want to call those, not sequins, but little embellishments. 4 t-shirts, and I got this bag not too long after, so I just lotted this all together. So this person got 4 t-shirts, women's t-shirts, small, and then this gnarly bag, all Ed Hardy. I won't be buying this brand anymore. But I sold that for $44.99 plus $15 shipping, so that's pretty decent. I'm sure I'll make a few bucks on shipping too. Let's see, what's next? A bunch of clothes went out right in a row, so this is kind of a cool shirt. It's a vintage Wrangler, made in USA. Yes, and it's extra long tails. I'm not going to unfold it, but it's pearl snap, and if you look closely, you can kind of see there's little like embroidered like little diamond shaped things. It just looks cool. It's a nice shirt, super clean. Paid $1 for this at a garage sale, I remember. It sold for $21.99 plus $4.99 shipping, so first class. I do a lot of $4.99 flat rate shipping, so it's my version of like free shipping. So I just kind of calculate what I think it's going to be. If it's a little heavier and I know it'll fit in a flat rate, padded, then I charge. Well, when I do padded flat rates, you can choose that you're going to ship it in that, so the buyer knows. And if they ever get mad that it's in a padded flat rate, you can be like, it said it was going to be in a padded flat rate. But anywho, I digress. That was $21.99. Next one is $32.99 Nike shirt, new with tags. I paid $5 for this, I remember, at like the boutique thrift store I go to. It's a little wrinkly, but I wasn't able to wash it because it's new. But $32.99 for a brand new t-shirt. Take it all day. It'll ship first class as well. Nike, easy. Golf season's coming, so if you weren't buying polos or stuff because it wasn't season, I buy stuff all year. I'll buy a jacket tomorrow if I see it. Next up, this was a Craigslist. Like guy was just trying to clean out his storage unit, so I went over there and bought a bunch of crap, and he was super cool on prices, so I just grabbed a bunch of like little stuff. But this is an Acura, Infinity key fob. He had an Acura one too that I already sold. And this one has like a valet key built in, so you press a little button, and then under that valet key is all the model number and stuff, so it's real easy to search the model number. Charged $26 even, plus $3.99 shipping. First class, easily. I'll probably just throw a little paper, maybe a thing of bubble wrap, and throw it in a mailer. Just wrap it up pretty tight. $26, easy money. These are pretty cool find. Jordans, everybody loves Jordans. I find Jordans all the time, and they're not worth money, and then I find ones like these and I'm like, yay. So these are 8.5s, so kind of small, but that's kind of a good size I find in the reselling. There's a lot of small dudes out there looking. Shouldn't say small dudes. If you got an 8.5 though, you're a small dude. These are pretty cool though. 110 bucks I sold them for. Paid thrift store had them for 25, half off, so I paid $12.50 all day on that. They're pretty clean. I mean, they're definitely used. I could have cleaned these up, and normally I do clean shoes, but I didn't on these ones just because I didn't want to mess with them. those. Those ones are easy. 110 bucks plus buyer paid 20 bucks in shipping, which seems a little high. This thing's probably the coolest thing I sold, maybe. We'll see. I showed this on Instagram. I showed a few of these on Instagram already. If you follow me on Instagram at the Garage Sailor, get to see me be a real weirdo. So I got this thing. It's pretty cool. It's D.W. Brenton's, and then it actually has like a the company that owned this thing. They had their name scratched into it too, or etched in there. But it's a compass, and this is more technology than I know exactly what to do with. I know it's kind of hard to see. A compass only works if it's flat, so it's not going to be working right. But there's like levels in there, so when you're using this thing, it's actually level, so you know exactly how. The patent on this thing's from 1894, and I think this one was made in I can't remember. I remember going by the serial number, and this one's like 13,000, so it's a little bit later. But some of the ones that were under 10,000 were selling for closer to 200. But I got 135 for this plus 10 bucks shipping, which is pretty cool. I like that. Get a little close up of that thing. It's just solid. Came with the case. Even the person they wrote inside 1922. That's when, I mean, anyone could write it, I guess, but I kind of trust stuff like that. It's just really clean and cool. Goes in there. Next up is a little voice recorder. These things are really good. Somebody made a good point one time that people like to have physical recordings versus digital ones for security reasons. Security is a huge thing these days. So this is Olympus. This sold for 40 bucks plus $5 shipping. Kind of the same situation. I'll just wrap it in bubble wrap, some paper, make sure it's good, and then just put it in a mailer and send it out. They range in price. I mean, you can find some that are worth 10 bucks, and then ones that are worth 40. I got this actually with this. I'm like 99% sure. I'd have to check my records, which means I didn't pay very much for it, which is cool. Next up after that is this pretty cool, I think I say it pretty cool a lot, huh? This is a vest. It's Spider, which is a ski company. I actually bought the pants, matching pants, and this together, and the person, I had them listed together, but the person offered me 70 bucks and I countered them 90. I had it listed for 130. So they offered 70, I countered 90 because it's close to end of season. I'm in California too, so it's hot here. I gotta remember that it's only February, but I'm thinking it's close to end of the season. I want to get rid of it. They didn't want the 90. They recountered me 70 and said I just want the vest. So I said, if you'll take the vest for 70, I'll sell the vest for 70, and that's what happened. This thing's in really good condition. It's got a cool spider spell out, and it's just nice. And vests are nicer later in the season because it is getting a little warmer, and sometimes the sun's real hot when you're on the hill. So 70 bucks on this plus $14.99 shipping. That looks like a flat rate, something I just entered. So again, sometimes I just enter like a number to cover my ass. $14.99. Next up is this audio source. It's a graphic equalizer, so looks like that. I just grabbed this like a couple weeks ago at a garage sale. I got it with that Jordan. This Jordan signature that I showed on Instagram. I'm pretty sure this is real, but the comp's stuck in it. If anyone wants this, hit me up. It's not very expensive. But anywho, back to this thing. Yeah, $99.99, which is more than what other people were getting. It's in really good condition. It has like the foam, original foam in there. I actually put a little padding in there and then repacked it up. I had a few people ask me questions about it, and then someone just bought it full price and was one of the persons who didn't ask questions, which always makes me laugh because you think like, okay, somebody just asked me questions, I did the work, now they're gonna buy it, and then somebody else buys it. I don't really care. The money's all the same to me. $17.10. This one's going in California. As I'm looking at this a lot, the last two are going to California, the vest and this, which is always cool. Yeah, 100 bucks, paid 10 for this with the Jordan card. So I don't know, the Jordan card's worth about like 15 maybe. Oh crap, I forgot to get one of my things. I'll go get the magazines in a second. This one came through this morning. I showed this in my Instagram story. When I found it, I was in the thrift store. I took the tag off. I think it was $5, half off. It's a bunch of Tech Deck. So, ramps, like a bank ram, quarter pipe, couple boxes, little spine type thing. This is a terrible skate park. I wouldn't go to this park. but it's kind of cool. It had a few Blind's a company if you don't know skateboarding. So these tech decks can be worth money if you find old like graphics that are on some of the older ones. I would definitely do a little bit of due diligence. But there's a couple Blind ones. Blind is the brand. Ones in here. Those are desirable on some level. It all depends on the year again. But yeah, I charged $50 for this and got $16.90 in shipping. So I kind of probably just ballparked this, and you know, I probably said like 4 pounds and then just kind of did like a quick thing. I'm sure I'll be accurate with the shipping. And yeah, let me go get those magazines. Alrighty, here's the big sales of the week. $300 for these two. American All-Star Football Game, first annual. So this is the program for the very first one. I don't know. It's got a ton of cool Coca-Cola ads inside. I think I showed you these guys when I first got them. Always look for the old magazines. I mean, there's a lot of duds, but if you find a magazine that looks like somebody's collecting it, there might be a reason why someone's collecting it. I'll go through file cabinets. I found like a good old Playboy, a French Playboy I found was in a file cabinet. As soon as I saw it, I was like, well, that's weird. That's in the file cabinet. It sold for like $50. So magazines are good. And the second annual with these cool Coca-Cola ads. And they're in really good condition too. They're just nothing wrong with them. Like imagine if like your grandpa played for like one of these teams and he had his picture in here. How cool would that be? There's a lot of money in nostalgia. I don't know if this falls into ephemera, but this would kind of, ephemera is like stuff that gets thrown out. People usually throw out manual or programs like this, but I don't know. What if that was your what if that was your grandma right in the middle there? That'd be such a cool magazine to have. But I don't know. That's all. I'll stop rambling about how cool the magazines are. So yeah, I mean, pretty good weekend. You know, had a couple crazy ones. Like I said, I did that one to auction. My Instagram story, if you want to read, I think I could have got more for those magazines, but that's the deal with the auctions. You know, sometimes the people don't show up. But overall, really good. Got to get all the shit packed up now and send it out. Have a good week. Today's the 24th. Just finish out February strong. March is coming. So you got St. Patrick's Day coming up, so list all your green shit. I got a Guinness jersey I got to list. What else is coming up? Just summer in general. Golf. Like in California, people are already golfing, so list all your summer stuff. If you're waiting, I never wait personally, but rant over. Cheers.